Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhyeva cha patidanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo nama. Ananta koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai. प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. All glories to assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. Please accept my humble obeisances. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from College Station, Texas, welcoming all of you to Bhakti Sanga conference call. I thank all of you for attending this session. Please forgive me for interrupting your ecstatic chanting. I would like to read the 10 offenses to the holy name which are to be avoided, written by Srila Vyasadeva in Padma Purana. 1. To blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their life for propagating the holy name of the Lord. 2. To consider the name of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal or to be independent of the name of Lord Vishnu. 3. To disobey the order of the spiritual master. 4. To blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures in pursuance to the Vedic version. 5. To consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. 6. To give some interpretation to the holy name of the Lord. 7. To commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. 8. To consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in Vedas as fruitive activity, Karma Kanda. 9. To instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. 10. To not to have a complete faith in chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachment even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to achieve the desired success of Krishna Prema. Once again, I thank everyone for joining today's Bhakti Sangha conference call. Let us move on to our next part of the session, which is Srimad Bhagavatam class. Before that, may I know who all joined this morning?
हरे कृष्णा विनीता गंधर्विका माता जी दंडवत प्रणाम शिला प्रभुपाद की जय गुरु महाराज की जय प्रीतिदासी फ्रॉम शार्लोट हरे कृष्णा
Hare Krishna, Preeti Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining every single day, announcing your name first. Welcome to the call, Mataji.
हरे कृष्णा
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. This is Arvind Das from Chicago. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Arvindaksha Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Nice to hear your name every single day, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga and all the assembled devotees. This is Yashamati Priya Devidasi from Chicago.
Hare Krishna, Srimati Priya Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining every day and chanting so nicely. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna, Vanita Gandharvika Mataji, all glories to the Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devidasi from Nagaland.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining us every single day and giving your association. Welcome to the call, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. My Dandavat Pranams to all the assembled devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Gurudev and Gauranga. This is Sushmita from Canada.
Hare Krishna, Sushmita Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining and giving your association every day and wonderful services to the group. Welcome to the call, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Jai Srila Prabhupada, Dandavat Pranam to all the devotees. This is Gauri Jeevani Devidasi from Michigan, Detroit.
Hare Krishna, Gauri Jeevani Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hearing your name for the first time, Mataji, thank you so much for joining the call and chanting so nicely today. Thank you so much, Hare Krishna. Welcome to the group. Please do join us every single day, Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Mataji joining like from 3-4 days, Mataji. I see her name, but
okay. Maybe she's not announcing her name. Okay.
Yes.
Welcome, Mataji. Thank you for joining us.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Guru Maharaj ki Jai. This is Shyama Gari Devdasi from Charlotte.
Hare Krishna Shama Gauri Mataji, Danat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining, and all glories to your services. Nice to see you this morning, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, this is Rohini from Dubai.
Hare Krishna Rohini Mataji, Danat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for joining from Dubai, Mataji. Welcome to the call. So is this the first time you are joining, Mataji? Is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves? Okay, then we'll start recording. Hare Krishna everyone, welcome to Bhakti Sanga conference call. Today we are very fortunate to have His Grace Sanatana Dharma Prabhu to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, 8th chapter, 44 verse. Before we hand over the call to Sanatana Dharma Prabhu, I request Preeti Vilasni Mataji to take over from here and give a brief introduction about today's speaker. Over to you, Mataji.
Thank you so much, Mataji. It's an honor to introduce His Grace Sanatana Dharma Prabhu to all of you. His Grace Sanatana Dharma Prabhuji is a brahmachari from ISKCON Pune. He's a disciple of His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj, and he's been practicing Krishna consciousness for over 12 years. Prabhuji has studied B.Tech from NIT Trichy and has worked as a senior manager in Tata Motors, Pune. His current services include area management, and he's the project development head at areas around Pune. He's a counselor, a youth and corporate preacher, congregation preacher, secretary at Voice Organization, and he's also a remote mentor for NVCC Pune Temple. Prabhuji knows many languages like English, Hindi, Tamil, Malayalam, Bengali, Marathi, Telugu, and Japanese. His degrees include Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhav, IDC, and teachers training courses. Very honored to welcome Prabhuji on the call. Mataji, if Prabhu's on the call, he can take over.
Yeah. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Nice to have you after a long time. Welcome back, Prabhuji, to the group. Finally, we got your date. You are there on the call. I'm so happy. Thank you so much for your time and valuable association for us this morning. Over to you, Prabhuji.
Yeah, welcome back, Prabhuji.
And Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for keeping me engaged in service. It was quite really hectic, one after the other. So campings, I lead seminary, then again summer camps, and finally I get to be back in All Affair Association. So very honored and happy. Hare Krishna. So we'll start off with prayers. And my first prayer before I do Mangalacharan to Guru, Gauranga, Krishna, my first prayer is to all Vaishnavas to please turn on your videos. If you've forgotten, I'm just reminding you of the age-old days. So please turn on your videos so that I feel inspired and encouraged in order to serve all of you. We'll start with prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Chakshurudmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschat Deshatarine Namo Mahabhadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratushe Namaha Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhobhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Once again, indeed, it's a very great pleasure to be with all of you in your humble service. And again, my request, if somebody you can please continue doing your devotional service wherever you are. Please continue. I'm not asking you to stop whatever you're doing, but please turn on video and continue doing that. Right? That's my only request. So, all right. So finally, Narasimha Bhagwan has appeared in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Yes, Narasimha Bhagwan has appeared, and what we are going to experience about what we're experiencing right now is all the different personalities throughout the universe. They are coming and offering their different prayers for pacifying the Lord. And today's prayer is very special. So Indra, the demigods, the Charanas, Vidyadharas, Apsaras, Kinnaras, and all the personalities of this universe come forward to offer prayers. And today is the prayer of the Pitras. Very, very amazing prayer. When I read it and when I went through the purport, it's okay, let's go directly. Let's go and have some insights on this prayer. So this is the 7th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 8, shloka number 44. Shri Pitara Uchuhu Shraddhani Nodi Bubuje Prasabham Tanujer Dattani Tirtha Samaye Piapivattalambu Tasyodaranna Khavidirna Vipadya Archat Tasmai Namo Nriharaye Kila Dharma Goptre. Okay. So inhabitants of Pitraloka, what they're playing, I need somebody to kindly read this prayer. Please read.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
I can
Go ahead,
read,
Mataji.
Prabhuji. Who is reading?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. The inhabitants of Pitraloka prayed, let us offer our respectful obeisances unto Lord Narsimhadeva, the maintainer of the religious principles of the universe. He has killed Hiranyakashipu, the demon who by force enjoyed all the offerings of the Shraddha ceremonies performed by our sons and grandsons on the anniversaries of our death, and who drank the water with sesame seeds offered in the holy places of pilgrimage. By killing this demon, O Lord, you have taken back all the stolen property from his abdomen by piercing it with your nails. We therefore wish to offer our respectful obeisances unto you. Hare Krishna, Hare Bol.
Yes, Hare Krishna. So here we understand what the Pitras are interested in. The Pitras are interested in the Pinda, which is offered by their sons and grandsons. You remember there was a chapter earlier called the Hiranyakashipu terrorizes the whole universe. And you just see how he is terrorized. The poor fellows, the sons and grandsons of the Pitras, they are performing so much of hard work and doing this Pitru Tarpan. They are sending the Pinda. And who is eating it? It is our Hiranyakashipu Prabhu. Hari Bol. He is eating all the Pinda. My God. You can just imagine. That's the only means of sustenance for these Pitras. So I just wanted to first start off with who are exactly Pitras. Pitras are our deceased ancestors. They are called as Pitras. And where is Pitraloka? The Pitraloka is the moon. Yeah, moon is the Pitraloka. Half of the Pitraloka is the Devalok, where the Devatas reside. And the other half of the Pitraloka is, the other half of the moon is Pitraloka. So for one half is Devalok, other half is Pitralok. And that's how the moon is geographically given to the Pitras. So whatever offerings. So now what happens if you see the sun, the movement of the sun? I'll just check if I can draw. It'll be nice. So I will not be exactly drawing like an artist, but I'll try to sketch something. And I request others, please don't draw. You all can listen. So this is the Bhuloka. Just letting you know, there's a Bhuloka planet. This is the Bhuar Loka, and this is the Swarga Loka. This is Om, Bhu, Bhuva, Swaha, like that. So the Bhuloka, we'll name it. It's called Bhuloka. This is Bhuar Loka. And this is Swarga Loka. Loka means it's a cluster of planets. No, please don't. No. You're not supposed to draw. Only I will draw. So we request all other children to please stay away from the screen. Yeah. The small LKG kindergarten children who have come, Montessori children, please don't do that. Now, if you see one of the planets in the Bhuloka is our planet, which we call as Earth. And one of the planets which is there in the Bhuvar Loka, one of the planets is called Sun. And one of the planets which is there in the Swarga Loka is called the Moon. Got it? Well. So now basically day and night is decided by what? It's decided by the sun. So when the sun moves in the upper hemisphere, sun comes like this. That time it's the daytime for the Swargavasis, Pitras and demigods. And when the sun moves down, that time it's a night time for them. So this is called as Uttarayan. This is called as Dakshinan. Can you see the sun moving? There is no sun moving, but the word sun is moving. So this particular period for us is called 1 year, 360 days. On the other hand, for the demigods, this particular period is only 1 day, which means our 1 year is equal to 1 day of the demigods and pitras. And traditionally, it is said, I'm not now discussing anything about diet. It is said that the animals eat 3 times. Human beings eat 2 times. And devatas eat 1 time. But generally, I'm saying generally, this is not to speak of any of your diet, just generally. Human body is supported with 2 meals. So these pitras, they eat only once. So once a year, we have to do Pitru Tarpan. And that once a day meal also, who used to eat? Our Hiranyakashipu Prabhu. So these pitras for so long as Hiranyakashipu has ruled and terrorized this universe, these pitras have been completely hungry and completely thirsty. And when we eat, right, we eat or we drink. Even the sons and the grandsons, they used to offer. They offered even water with sesame seed, till seeds. Sesame seeds, they are offering it to the pitras. That's the water they drink. No, they're not able to drink that also, because this guy used to drink the water, he used to eat the food, and that's how he terrorized them. Correct? And where does the food and water go? Normally, where does it go? To the stomach, right? That's where it goes. So these pitras were clapping. Very good, very good. You attacked the right point. You attacked that particular place which was consisting our property, our food and water. And you have attacked it and you have taken it out. And now we will be able to get all those things. Right? We'll be able to get those food and nourishment. We have been so far waiting. So normally when Narasimha Bhagavan appears, we also break fast, right? Narasimha Bhagavan comes at dusk. And all devotees, when Narasimha Bhagavan comes, they're very happy. They want to go and take prasadam. So similarly, now Narasimha Bhagavan has come. We will all get our share of prasadam. So that's why the pitras are so very happy. They're going to get Mahaprasad. Thank you so much, O Lord. You are the protector of dharma. They call Narasimha Bhagavan as what? The protector of dharma. Yes, because you are the one who are maintaining. Goptre. This word Goptre means maintaining. Even the Shadavida Sharanagati we hear, na Goptritte Varnam Tata. So Goptre means one who maintains. So Narahare, Akhila Dharma Goptre. You're maintaining us. You're maintaining dharma and you're also maintaining us by killing this demon. How did the Lord maintain the dharma? Paritranaya sadhuna vinashaya cha dushkritam. So vinashaya cha dushkritam, by destroying that dushkriti, Hiranyakashipu maintained dharma. At the same time, you maintained us because you've taken out water, prasad, and the water you have taken it and given it to us. Thus, you are everybody's maintainer. You are maintainer of everything. Correct? So that's how it goes. So now what we'll do is we will read the purport in 3 settings, 3 portions, and then we'll discuss. So I request one of the devotees to kindly read till here. Please read.
It is the duty of all householders to offer food grains to all their departed forefathers. But during the time of Hiranyakashipu, this process was stopped. No one would offer Shraddha oblations of food grains to the forefathers with great respect.
Thank you. So first of all, he was not allowing anyone to offer. And somebody who offered, he used to eat it. That's how he was. He will not let anyone offer, and somebody who offers, he will eat it. So first of all, we have to understand there is a mention in this particular context about the different types of duties of a grihastha, householder. Correct? So if you see, the householder mainly is having 5 duties, main 5 duties. That doesn't mean they're the only duties. There are many, many duties. So someone just asked me, Prabhuji, why you became brahmachari? So I told them, because it's very hard to become grihastha. There are so many duties. There are so many responsibilities. It's very difficult to become grihastha. So it is said as a householder, Prabhupada writes, it's a duty to offer food grains to the departed forefathers. This is called as Pitra Yajna. It's called Pitra Yajna. So along with Pitra Yajna, they are supposed to do another 4 yajnas also. Number 1, Deva Yajna. Second is Bhuta Yajna. Third is Manushya Yajna. Number 4 is Brahma Yajna. And the 5th one is Pitur Yajna. So these are the 5 yajnas to be performed by every grihastha. So there are many more other responsibilities also. I'm just telling you. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I put it on the chat. Correct? So what is Deva Yajna? Yes, Deva Yajna are, of course, there is a yajna to be performed for the Supreme Lord. Hari Hi Om Tat Sat. Every yajna starts with the name of Hari. And Om is also an indicative of Lord. So we do that yajna. And when Yasmin Tushte Jagat Tushtam. Yata Tarur Mula Nishechanena Tripyanti Tatskanda Bujopashaka. Pranopahara Chayatendriyanam Tateva Sarvahanam Achyutenjan. This comes to the Bhagavatam. So Krishna is the root. So when Krishna, he gets the nourishment, he gets the Avishyanna, the ghee rice, then what happens? All the Devatas are what? Devatas are Devaha, Narayana, Angaja. So all the Devatas are coming from the different bodies of Narayana, the different bodily parts. So they get nourished. That's how Grihastha performs Deva Yajna. Then what is Bhuta Yajna? We'll skip the second one. We'll go to the third. Bhuta Yajna means a Grihastha is supposed to, after he cooks the food, it's offered to Lord, everything is done. These are daily yajnas, huh? Daily yajnas. He's supposed to go out. He's supposed to go and feed all the squirrels, the animals nearby, the cows, and all the animals in the vicinity, bhutas, all the other living entities. They are supposed to be well fed by Grihastha. It's the Grihastha's duty to maintain all these animals. But outside the house, not inside the house. Outside. Because animals are usually dirty and they dirty the place. And home is Bhavan, the place where Lord is there. So that sometimes, if you see in traditional Bengali, the home is called as Hari Mandire. Home is called as Mandira. It's actually temple. So here there is no entry for animals. Once what happened was Prabhupada was holding classes for the Western audience. And they would come with their cats and dogs, with their pets. So Prabhupada would see that, my God, they are coming for the class, but the pets are not allowing them to focus on the class. So next day Prabhupada wrote, please keep your pets here only. He put out a big board, tie your pets here and keep them here. You come inside, keep your pet outside. And one of the students was very much offended. He said, come on, how can I stay in separation? He was experiencing viraha bhav, separation from his pet. So pet viraha bhav he was experiencing. How can he do that? And Prabhupada looked at him and said, Krishna consciousness is not for cats and dogs. So it just penetrated deeply into his heart. And that was the end of his pet prem. Pet prem chhodke he became Krishna premi after that. Anyways. So, but still, a Grihastha should offer to this. So that is the Bhuta Yajna. Then there is Manushya Yajna. So Manushya Yajna, it is very much, and after that, after you offer the food, then one is supposed to come out and 3 times loudly call out, is anyone hungry? Please come, there is a wonderful feast. Is anyone hungry? Please come. Is anyone hungry? Please come. And somebody comes, it's the first duty to feed that Manushya. So Grihastha always cooks something extra. Very important. Yes. So that is called as Manushya Yajna. And finally, there is Brahma Yajna or Rishi Yajna. It is the duty of the Grihasthas to maintain the brahmacharis and sannyasis also. Because they don't have any means of livelihood. The brahmacharis, sannyasis, they all are simply busy serving the Lord. So then they are supposed to be served by the Grihasthas. Now coming to the Pitur Yajna. Yes, for the Pitras, the Tarpana for the Pitras. There has been, because it's the Pitras who are ultimately doing this. So there is a Pitru Paksha. There is a particular Tithi Pitru Paksha in that a Grihastha is supposed to offer oblations for their 3 ancestors. Suppose somebody's father is alive, then grandfather is deceased. Then the offering goes to grandfather, his father, grandmother, her mother, her mother. like that. So that particular generation, grandfather, father, grandfather, their great grandfather. So that particular generation, mother, grandmother, great grandmother. So in that sense, one is supposed to offer. And even for fathers, mother's father, mother's mother. So everything has to be mother, father's mother, father's father. So that way, the entire ancestry gets covered. So 3 generations of ancestors who are deceased, they have to get. And there are 3 seats. And traditionally, as per Vedic Shastras, somebody who is deceased, he goes, meets the ancestor. Then the 3rd seat, now you come and take this seat, this person leaves. So this person goes to get the body as per karma. So you come there. That's how it happens. So that kind of Pitar Tarpan also in the Pitar Paksha, it has to be followed. Once there's a story, Karna, what happened to Karna? Karna went to heaven. The story in Mahabharata. So when he went to heaven, there was a time for prasad. So he started reciting his prayer, Mahaprasad, Govinde, everything, all prayers he recited. And then when he was about to eat, he put his hand. There were gold coins for eating. So he went to the prasadam in charge, kitchen in charge. But Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam. Prabhuji, I thought some khichdi will be there, some paneer sabji, some puri, gulab jamun, all these items will be there. They have sent me some gold. What is this? So then they told him that you have not done Pitru Tarpan. You only gave gold to everybody, right? So that is the reason you will also eat gold today. So, oh, no, I cannot eat gold. I have donated gold, but I cannot eat it. So what should I do? What is my responsibility? Just go right now on the earth and do the Tarpan and come back. So he comes, does his Tarpan, comes back, and then he's fed prasad. This is a story I wanted to cook it. All right. So now we understood about these 5 types of yajnas. But we want to know what is yajna. So this process of yajna is very beautifully described by Krishna himself in the 3rd chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Now, what is the goal of human life? Can anyone type? Typing is very necessary because that's when I'll get to know how many are truly awake, alert, and alive in the class. Let me see how many chats come. There are 62 participants. But how many are physically and mentally both present? Okay, Krishna Prem. Okay, perfect oneself, devotional service. Yes, you're right. Lalita, Mataji, Dinbandu Prabhu, Hare Krishna. I missed you all too. Yeah. So Krishna devotionally. Okay, thank you. We're all on the same page. All right. We all think alike. So the goal is to purify heart and to go back home back to God. That's the goal. But how many Jivatmas will have only this goal? Only purify heart and go back to God. How many of us have other desires also? To enjoy. We have this? Yes. I think only myself, few honest people have that. Yeah. We do have. So we have many other desires also. Shuddha Bhakti, Uttama Bhakti is what? Anya Vilashita Shumnam Jnana Karma Dhyanaagatam. Anukulena Krishnanushilanam Bhakti Rupa. That is Uttama Bhakti. And we can get this desired result of purifying heart and going back to God only by Uttama Bhakti. But are we performing Uttama Bhakti? We are not yet there. So we have other desires also. We have Anya Vilashas. So Yajna is a process to accommodate those Anya Vilashas. All right. You want to enjoy in this world? Yes, Krishna. Rascal, get out. No enjoyment. Krishna is not like that. Krishna doesn't say you have enjoyment, go die, go and suffer in hell. He doesn't do that. He said, all right, I will allow you to enjoy, but there is a system how to enjoy. That system how to enjoy is called as yajna. Which means even while enjoyment, you continue to purify your heart and continue your journey going back to church. Yes. The Grihastha ashram itself is the facility for that. It's created that while having a particular enjoyment, you can go. So how to do this yajna? Right? You got the purpose of yajna? Is this clear? The purpose of this world, why Krishna has created, is to purify it and go back to God. But along with that, we also need some enjoyment. Okay, all right. There's a way to do it. So that is where we have the science of self-realization, SSR formula. SSR, science of self-realization. How do we do that? First S is it should be sanctioned. Sanction. So this particular world is called Mithunagar. Yes, the abode of sex life. So as such, illicit sex life is restricted. You're not supposed to do. That is breaking the 4 regulated principle. But is sex life, no sex life restricted? No. It has to be, first of all, sanctioned. So when it is sanctioned when a person performs a vivaha yajna. Correct? There's a yajna for that. Yes, you can have sex life. You want to enjoy sex life? Yes. But sanctioned means vivaha yajna. All right. The next thing is it has to be sanctified. The next S. How does it get sanctified? It gets sanctified when you beget Krishna conscious children. Correct? Krishna conscious children. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita 7th chapter 11th verse, Balam balamatam chaham kamaragam vivarjitam dharmat aviruddho bhuteshu kamosmi bharatarshava. So I am that sex which is not against the religious principles. So that is sanctified. So sanctified means one is begetting. Yes, one is begetting Krishna conscious children. So having sex within married life is sanctioned. But when does it become sanctified? Having sex within the married life for the purpose of begetting Krishna conscious children. And the third is very important component called regulated. Hare Krishna. Whole life you don't have to keep performing sexual activity. Okay, Prabhu, but ultimately you are producing Krishna conscious children. No. Grihastha life only from 25 to 50. Panchashurdam vanam vrajet. At the end of 50, regulation, stop, full stop for this activity. Now then, no more begetting children. After this, we should continue. Ajamila, on the other hand, even although he was 88 years old, he had a small child. Unregulated fellow. It was not, it was so-called sanctioned or not also, we don't know. He just had a prostitute. See, naturally, this is just my contemplation, it's speculation. See, Ajamil was young, prostitute was young. So Ajamil became 88, prostitute also should be old, na? Yes or no? That means he was addicted to other prostitutes also. He was addicted to other ladies also. So this fellow was continuing sex life with other younger women and trying to maintain them even at such an old age. So he was irregulated person. So it was not sanctioned, it was not sanctified, not regulated. So regulation means there has to be a particular thing. So this is how the yajna, the grihastha vivaha yajna is. Sanctioned, sanctified, even food. Eating food, nothing wrong, no problem. But sanctioned means what? Vegetarian food. Sanctified means what? Krishna prasad. Regulated means what? Regulated means there is a prescribed quantity mentioned in Shastras. It is said a grihastha should eat 32 mouthfuls of prasad. Chew nicely, 32 times chew. Hare, 2 Mahamantras. And 32 times. 32. Vanaprastha, 16 mouthfuls. Sannyasi, 8 mouthfuls. It is only one person who can eat how much ever he wants, that is brahmachari. Now I mean to say brahmachari, not me. I am a brahmachari, but brahmachari, when Shastra say brahmachari, for till the age of 25. That's what they mean. Why? Because at that particular age, your earth element is being formed. So you can eat how much ever you want, and normally the kids eat. There's no regulation for a brahmachari to eat. He can eat, but till the age of 25. After 26, then he's technically not no more in the brahmachari ash. Although in ISKCON, brahmachari is even at 60, it's called a brahmachari. That's not true. Vedic time, after somebody is continuing, he's becoming a Chira Kumar, or he's becoming a Naishtiki brahmachari, is considered as good as sannyasi. Then he's supposed to follow the sannyas ash 8 times. Okay, so as per age, we can follow regulation. Got it? So this is the concept of yajna. A person who is not performing this yajna, he is sinful. Yajna shishtasina santam uchyante sarva kilbishi unjete tu agam papam ye pachanti atmakaran. Without yajna we are trying to enjoy. It is sinful. Definition is hellish. That's what Krishna says. Yes. So is it easy to be grihastha? The whole varnashram is very difficult. That's why there's no hope for us. Our only hope is Tamo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaur Tushe Nama. So it's very difficult. We may have varnashram in a framework, in structure, but it's very difficult to get that substance because there's no training. So much is there. And I know I'm just scratching the surface. There's so much depth to it. By the time we read Manusmriti, our life will be over about the rules and regulations. Right? So how long should one perform these yajnas? Is it that lifelong one should perform his varnashram yajnas only? No. There's a time. Tavat karmani kurvita na nirvityete yavata mat katha shravanadova Shraddhayavan na jayate. So till the time one has to perform the varnashram duties and all other worldly duties, till the time we have developed Shraddha, complete faith in the process of Shravan Kirtan. That is the whole purpose. A person performs yajna ultimately not that he keeps performing yajnas. That becomes karma kanda ritual. The purpose of yajna is to purify heart, to engage in Krishna consciousness. Yes. And when one reaches that stage, then one doesn't have to do any more yajna. Devarshi bhutapta nidam pitranam na kinkaronayam rinicharajan svatmanaya sharanam sharanam gato mupannam parihartikattu. So one has reached that particular state, then there is no more duty for that person. Yes, his only duty is Shravan Kirtan. That is the only business left. All right, so we'll continue the purport. We can read from this portion. So very small purport. The smaller the purport, the more homework the speaker has to do. Yes.
Thus, when there is a demoniac rule, everything concerning the Vedic principles is turned upside down. All the religious ceremonies of yajna are stopped, and the resources meant to be spent for yajna are taken away by the demoniac government. Everything becomes chaotic, and consequently, the entire world becomes hell itself.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Oof. Now, this section is something I just contemplated. It's actually a very painful section. A government is ideally supposed to, what is a government? A government or a king is supposed to be Naradev, a representative of Supreme Lord. But the government or the king is demoniac, like Hiranyakashipu. Then they'll promote demoniac culture only. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita 3.12, Ishtan Mogan Hivo Deva Dasyante Yajna Bhavita Taidattan Apradayibhyo Yo Bhukte Stena Evasa. So, this particular shloka tells us that if you don't perform yajnas, you become a thief. Stena Evasa, that person is a thief. So, this modern demoniac government, which is the Hiranyakashipu's government, people want Ram Rajya. What Ram Rajya? This is Hiranyakashipu Rajya. This demoniac, you're stopping all yajnas. So such Hiranyakashipu Rajya, they will all make thieves. And a thief can never ever be happy. Can a thief be happy? No. A thief will always be in anxiety. Always be in tension. Always be in so much of depression because he's a thief. Once a person came to Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada told him, asked him, what do you do? He said, I have a glass manufacturing company. Prabhupada said, you're a thief. He said, how come? He says, how do you manufacture glass? Using silica, and silica is abundantly available in the sand. So you're taking Krishna's property, sand. You're manufacturing glasses and you're making money. You thief. He said, but Swamiji, I give some donation to your movement also. He said, okay, you're a small thief, but you're still a thief. Thief you are for sure. And how people live in this world, they are nothing but bunch of thieves having some moral principles. If you see the society properly, they're all thieves because they're not doing yajna. And what they have among themselves is called honesty among thieves. Can I tell you a story? Once what happened, there were 3 robbers. So what they would do, they would go in the night, they would loot the houses, and then they would divide into 3, and they would tell, okay, now we'll go ahead to our respective places. Next time again, we will, whenever loot plan will happen, that time we will come together, we'll plan, we'll loot, divide by 3 and go. So this is going on for some time. So one day what happened? They got a very big loot. Such a big loot that after this loot, they don't have to loot anything. Yes, just like Krishna says, this is such a transcendental knowledge. After you get this knowledge, there is nothing more to be known. Similarly, after getting this loot, there is nothing like that loot they got. And then they had moved into the jungle. And that time they were dividing the property. At that particular point of time, one of the thieves got a nature's call. I'll just come. Give me 1 minute. So he went to attend nature's call. So there were only 2 thieves. So one of the thieves said, so see, if that fellow comes back, we have to divide into 3. Why don't we both take this 50-50? 50 yours, 50 mine. What do you feel? He said, no, we have to be honest. Let him come back. We have done thievery equally. So we are equal share. So we'll divide by 3 and we all 3 will experience the job. So this is called honesty among thieves. This is what is precisely today's. First of all, they are thieves. And then they want to honestly divide Krishna's property among each other. This is how the society we are living. Honesty among thieves. Correct? And again, when Prabhupada spoke about demoniac government, we all know which country I'm talking about. I don't want to take the country's name. But in this particular country, it is said, you cannot talk about Krishna. At one particular point of time, there was a communist regime. You can't talk about Krishna. You can't apply tilak and go out. You can't read books, even inside your house. If you're found to read book or anything about religious book, Bible, Gita, Quran, you're killed. You're prosecuted very badly. You can't, what to speak of distributing books. You can't wear dhoti kurta. You can't say Hare Krishna to each other. Kind of countries have existed, where when found out that people are performing any kind of bhakti, they've been seriously taken to task, given insulin therapy, and got made into mad people. So this is the kind of severe, extreme steps taken by some governments to suppress Krishna consciousness. Yeah. So one such time, what happened? There was a devotee. Some devotees will anyway take risk. The demoniac governments are determined. We will not allow Krishna to come in. But devotees are also determined. Devotee says, you do whatever you want. Do anything in your power. We will somehow get in Krishna. That's the determination of a devotee. So that is how devotees and demons are poles apart. So one day what happened? One devotee, he had somehow taken one of his students' apartment. He had invited a group of 10 devotees to just discuss something about Krishna. See what an opulence it is. All of us can sit peacefully and we are able to discuss Krishna. There it's not allowed. Just absolutely not allowed. So suddenly, somehow that government was very sharp. They had the KGB. They came in when there was a lady officer. She just banged the door. She was looking at everybody. Now this devotee who was leading the yatra was a black American. See, if it's a local people, it's all right. But what's this foreigner doing here? People will raise eyebrows, right? So she was going and scanning everybody. It seems as though she had a scanner. She had all records stored. She was like a computer. She was scanning everyone's face. Move. You. Finally, she came, caught hold of one fellow, took him out, slapped him, beating him, took him out, and went. And she just went out. And this preacher, there was a black American, he asked, who was that? Saying she was his mother. Can you imagine? The mother is in the task force, KGB force, and her son is trying to become Hare Krishna devotee. She took him out and bet him. Of course, next day she sent him back. So this devotee asked, Prabhu, what happened? Your mother, see, you are all localites. You have the same skin color, etc. I'm a black American. What did your mother say? He said, my mother didn't even see me. She just looked through my eyes. So no, she didn't even see. So it is so wonderful that how Krishna has protected his preaching. This preaching is done by Krishna himself. It's Mahaprabhu's mission. So how wonderful he can make such a well-trained officers who never forget faces. They just by seeing your expressions, they can understand what crime you committed. He made them totally miss a black American devotee. Isn't that amazing? Right? So if demoniac government is determined, even devotees are more determined. Yes. And how? There are brahmacharis who enter. Yeah. They wear caps, hats. They change their passports. Brahmachari means they are supposed to be very austere. But they are supposed to show, they have come to preaching. They're supposed to stay in opulent buildings. They're supposed to have opulent cars. They're supposed to actually stay very luxuriously just like other people and preach. And these devotees would cry, we cannot even wear our clothes. Yes, we can't wear this saffron dress. We can't have our shika. We can't have kanti mala. So it is so very difficult. So when the demoniac government comes, how they try to suppress devotees. But Mahaprabhu's movement is never going to stop. Srila Prabhupada, in fact, told these devotees that in such demoniac governments, you distribute my books. You go and distribute my books, the demoniac culture will be finished. That was the confidence of Prabhupada. The demoniac government will fall down. And that's what happened. The book distribution started, the demoniac government fell. The history is a witness to this. Right? Before we proceed ahead, I just wanted to tell you one more thing. If you see, it is the duty of a government actually to collect taxes, correct? And that taxes should be used for performing yajnas. Even the great kings, they would levy taxes upon the citizens, and whatever the taxes would be collected, with those taxes, they will perform big yajnas so that the people become happy. It is only the yajnas that bring peace and prosperity in society. Because when Lord is happy, Yasmin Tushte, Jagat Tushtam, Yajno Vishnu. Yajna is Vishnu, and when he's happy, there will be true peace and prosperity in society. So that's the duty of God. I would like to read one letter which Srila Prabhupada has written to Dr. Rajendra Prasad in 1956. I request you all to please pay attention. I've just taken some excerpts from the letter. I'm not exactly pasted the letter. At the present moment, Your Excellency is seated in the position of the king by the will and grace of the Lord. And as a true Vaishnava, I must accept Your Excellency as the representative of the Supreme Lord Krishna, as he has expressed himself in the pages of Bhagavad Gita. As I beg to lay before you your most exalted honor, the following few lines for favorable consideration, and do the needful in pure consciousness. Your Excellency is the representative of Sri Krishna by authority, and I hope Sri Krishna will direct you from within in the matter of my transcendental service to him. I beg to submit herewith that by the grace of Sri Krishna, through his mercy personified, my spiritual master, I have realized it most thoroughly that going back to Godhead is the highest privilege of humankind, and that is the supreme perfection of human life. Unfortunately, the present day human civilization is very much attracted with the beauty of apara prakriti, the illusory material nature, and as such, they are overpowered by a demoniac form of propensity in the atheistic setup of modern civilization, manifested in the matter of sense gratification. This tendency is dangerously harmful to the real progress of life. The aim of life should be to make a sincere effort to go back to Godhead. But contrary, the tendency is to go back to hell, or in the cycle of evolutionary animal life, as it is described in the 16th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Please therefore save them from this great fall down. Believe me or not, I have got the clue of going back to Godhead just after leaving my present material body. And in order to take along with me all my contemporary men and women of the world, I have started my paper Back to Godhead as one of my means to the way. Please don't think me as a wonderful or a madman when I shall go back to Godhead after leaving my present body. It's quite possible for everyone and all of us. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is stated very clearly that whosoever may adopt the specific principle of accepting the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he'll be able to achieve the highest transcendental goal of life. Never mind what he is, either a born untouchable, a fallen woman, a laborer, or a man dealing in rupees, anna, spice. His being so, what is there difficulty for a pious Brahmin and devoted king for going back to Godhead? Everyone should therefore adopt this principle of going back to Godhead in order to get released from the world of miseries with this temporary existence. And finally, he gives a solution. How is that? The fact is corroborated by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as a practical demonstrator of Bhagavad Gita and the most magnanimous incarnation of Sri Krishna. The personality of Sri Krishna Chaitanya has made the path of back to Godhead so easy for everyone that even a boy of the world can swim across the ocean of religiosity, although it is injected with so many dangerous animals ready to devour up a fallen person in the great mass of water. I have simply adopted the easy method of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, just suitable to the modern people in general. And what is that method? The method is chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. So Prabhupada is trying to instruct the government or the king. The king is the president, Dr. Rajendra Prasad. He's trying to tell him that how it is very important for everyone or especially the leaders, to propound this. Even Prabhupada wrote a letter to Gandhi also. How many of you know this? He wrote a letter to Gandhi telling that you please retire from active politics and come and join us. In fact, you lead. You're already the father of the nation. You lead. People will listen to you. Don't just carry the Bhagavad Gita. Open it, read it, and preach to others. So he tried to tell so much. So Prabhupada always tried to teach people what is their duty. So it is a duty of the government actually to make people perform the yajna. And the yajna for today's day and age, is the sankirtan yajna of chanting the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. And all the funds, resources, facilities, everything should actually go in promoting the sankirtan yajna. Then society can be truly happy. All right, the last line. Can someone read, please?
When the demons are killed by the presence of Nrsimhadev, everyone feels comfortable, irrespective of the planet upon which he lives.
Thank you. So what is spoken is when demon like Nrsimhadev is killed, Jai, everybody is happy. And the same thing is spoken by even Prahlad Maharaj later on. Prahlad Maharaj says, Tatyachamanyum asurascha hatastvaladya modeta sadur apivrishchika sarpahatya lokascha nivrittimita pratiyanti sarve rupam nrsimha vibhaya jana smaranti. So the most important line is modeta sadurapi. Even a sadhu, a Vaishnava is happy when vrishchika sarpahatya, a scorpion or a snake is killed. Yes, scorpion or snake is killed, even a sadhu is happy. Once what happened? There was a snake in the Gaudiya Math. Prabhupada was there, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur was there. And someone came and told, Gurudev, Guru Maharaj, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, there is Srila Prabhupada, here is Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur. A snake has come. So Prabhupada was, our Prabhupada, Bhakti Siddhanta Swami Prabhupada was wondering what will Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur do? So he told, take a stick and kill it. And when the snake was killed, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur became happy. And that particular point of time, Prabhupada was a bit confused. He says, why is he doing like this? He's a saintly person. He should be all compassionate, loving. And that's when Prabhupada found this verse. Yeah, okay, the 7th canto, 9th chapter, 14th shloka. Modeta sadurapi vrishchika sarpahatya. Correct, yes. So when a sadhu is also happy when a snake or serpent is killed. So Hiranyakashipu and such kind of demoniac population, they are compared to such kind of species who are unnecessarily envious. That's why they are compared to snake or a scorpion, because they bite without a cause. They are envious creatures by nature. So anybody filled with so much of envy in next life becomes a snake, and they sting because of their envy. They sting other innocent people, right? But anyway, if Nrsimha is killed, so the main thing is in presence of Nrsimha. Presence of Nrsimha. See, Krishna's another name is Hata Ari Gata Daika. Hata means by killing. Ari is the enemy. Gati Daika, that means he gives them wonderful destination. How is that? That's proven even in the first canto of Bhagavatam. Tataiva chanya naraloka veera yat ahave Krishna mukharavindam netre pibanto nayana viramam bhatasta koda parapatamapurasya. It is said that all the soldiers in the battlefield of Kurukshetra who died in the presence of Krishna, what is the destination they attained? Those who were envious of Krishna, they got liberated. My God, they got Brahman. Those people who were neutral towards Krishna, they got Vaikuntha Loka. And those of them who saw Krishna with even a little bit of affection, in presence of Krishna leaving the body, they went to Golok Vrata. So we can just see how presence of Krishna is so very auspicious, and that is why people are very happy. Nrsimhadev's presence, Hiranyakashipu died. Even if you see, when the episode of Diti and Kashyap, so Kashyapa Muni says we have committed a very ghastly sin. We have engaged in union in the Sandhya Kal. The Sandhya Kal is actually meant for spiritual activities. Union should be performed only in the Antim Prahara from 9 to 12. That's the time to unite sexually to beget children. But we have done it in 6 to 9. This period is for spiritual activities. So he said, There will be a ghastly result. There will be 2 demons born from your womb. And Diti immediately starts crying. There will be 2 demons born. My children will be demons. But they will be killed by Supreme Lord. Immediately she becomes very happy. Oh, my children will be killed by Supreme Lord. She was very happy. I thought that I was crying because my sons will become demons. Some sage will curse them and they will die. But when she learned that my children will die in the presence of Lord, she became very happy because she was rest assured they will have a very, very amazing destination. The destination that they're going to have will be amazing. So that was assured, right? So in all incarnations, Krishna has come with the purpose of killing demons. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashayascha dushkritam. Yes, dushkritam vinashayat. But we are in the Kali Yuga, which is full of all dushkritis. There are hardly any sukritis. So what happens in Kali Yuga? So for all of us, Krishna has come as Mahavadanyaya, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has not come to kill the demons. Same thing was reminded by Nityananda Prabhu to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Nimai when he took the chakra to kill Jagai and Maya. Oh no, Lord, we have killed enough demons. We have not come here to kill any more demons. We have come here to distribute love of God. The Golokera Prem. That's what we have come here to distribute. So that is the wonderful moment of Lord Chaitanya, where he's just come to kill the demoniac propensities through sankirtan. Sankirtan can actually finish off the demonic propensities. So it is said, who is more merciful? Holy name or the Vaishnava? The answer is Vaishnava. Why? Because it's the Vaishnava who can manifest the holy name. Correct? It's the Vaishnava who manifests the holy name, and through that holy name, all the demonic propensities can be killed. We don't have to see too long, of course. There are many, many examples of how very cruel, ruthless, and mean-minded people, Mrigari, Valyapoda, Valmiki, who became Valmiki later on, Dakuratnakara, and many, many such personalities. They had become very, very loving, soft-hearted, tender Vaishnavas by the chanting of the holy name. Yes, and the power of influence of the great Vaishnavas. But even in the recent time, it's a very highly demoniac propensity to break the 4 regulative principles. And such kind was the population of the hippies, which Prabhupada dealt with. And Prabhupada simply had faith in the holy name. So he just took his kartals in Tompkins Square Park and started chanting, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And all the demoniac tendencies to break 4 regs, everything was gone. This particular sound vibration created a Vaishnavas, a pure-hearted multitudes of Vaishnavas, just by chanting. Prabhupada had complete faith in them. So it is our Yuga Dharma to curb these demoniac tendencies by doing the Sankirtan. So if we do not do the Dharma, Yuga Dharma, who will do? It's all of us, we have to take part. So many, now Rath Yatra is coming, Rath Yatra season is coming. So this is our greatest opportunity to perform Sankirtan. Sankirtan ideally is a duty to be performed every day. Among all the Grihastha duties, I mentioned 5 yajnas. Even if you are not doing any of those 5 yajnas, doing the Sankirtan yajna, everything will be Krishna Bhakti kaile sarva karma krito hoy. That Shraddha one should have. Shraddha Shabde Vishwasa koi sudra nishchay. Krishna Bhakti kaile sarva karma krito hoy. So you perform the Sankirtan yajna, all other yajnas are automatically taken care of. So this is the most important yajna, which is often neglected. You don't do that. We struggle with our own Japa yajna. And what about Sankirtan? Who will do the Sankirtan? Who will go? Sankirtan means going out on the street and singing the holy name. Singing, chanting, dancing, and inviting other living entities, suffering souls, please come. Join our movement. So it's very important to do that. See, there are two kinds of people in this world. So first category is those people who watch things happen. And second category is those people who make things happen. So it's our choice which gang to join. To watch things happening, to watch miracles happening, or to do those miracles. So it's our responsibility to somehow get out there and do the sankirtan, which is the yajna for today's day and age. And we should feel fortunate that our governments are not so demoniac. Are we being stopped from doing sankirtan? Those devotees who lived in the communist regime, they were completely choked. We don't have that. We absolutely don't have those restrictions. We have full freedom. But are we being grateful and accessing that freedom? That's a question to ask. So I'll just quickly summarize what we discussed today before we have the question answers. So firstly, we discussed who are the Pitras and why were the Pitras happy and thanking Narasimhadev? Because their entire quota of Havishanna and Jala Tarpan was Narasimhadev exactly attacked that stomach and took it back for them and nourished them. So they were especially very happy. Next, we saw that what are the different yajnas the Grihasthas has to perform and why at all yajna is given. The yajna is basically meant to sanction, sanctify and regulate our enjoyment. That's the purpose of yajna. So that will also purify our heart. And how long should one perform all these yajnas? Till the time we have not developed taste in sankirtan. Because we do sankirtan yajna, all other yajnas automatically happen. Then we saw that how somebody who is not performing yajna is a thief, and that kind of government which doesn't promote yajnas or which suppresses the yajnas are nothing but creating more and more thieves. So what we see in this world, what morality we see in this world is nothing but honesty among thieves. I gave that particular story. Then we saw how there are devotees who have struggled even against such demoniac governments to propagate Sankirtan, and by book distribution and Sankirtan preaching of Krishna consciousness, demoniac governments have been collapsed by the devotees' efforts. Then we saw Srila Prabhupada's letter to Dr. Rajendra Prasad, how he encouraged him to promote the Sankirtan Yajna and to make his population God conscious. And finally, last but not the least, we saw that Sankirtan will not kill the demons, Sankirtan will kill the demoniac propensities. And when that will happen, only when devotees come together and chant the holy name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Are there any questions?
हरि बोल प्रभु, धन्यवाद प्रणाम, जय श्रीला प्रभुपाद. कैसे हो प्रभु?
But yeah, ecstatic as always.
Ecstatic प्रभु. You were talking about taxes and I was laughing and crying kind of because I just paid my property taxes yesterday. It was no fun. And there was a lineup and I was thinking, city of Calgary is making so much money. Like there's a lineup of people paying, taxes. And as you said, when the money is not being invested in spiritual causes, but just in mundane causes, because Calgary seem, a big city, they are trying to develop 4-lane highways and whatnot. But certainly the maja of Vrindavan and staying in Dham, like you are saying, that's a different...
In just 20 days, I'm going to join you in Calgary.
I know, Prabhuji, I know. That's mercy of our Shri Radha Madhavji.
So you're preparing my consciousness for that, I guess.
That's mercy of Shri Radha Madhavji. I was thinking actually maybe when you're here, I'm going to open the Zoom one day on Bhakti Sanga and going to give, your darshan live from Calgary where I'm sitting in your lotus feet, Prabhu. So please come fast. We are waiting for you actually. Prabhuji, our very dear Prabhu, Sukhakara Krishna Prabhu is looking at me and you. He has a question raised. Look at his smile, Prabhu. What a beautiful smile. I wish at his age I can be that, dedicated and with that smile and always propagating name of Krishna. Hare Krishna, Sukhakara Krishna Prabhu, Subramanyam C. Iyer.
Prabhu, Hare Krishna, thank you, Balabhadra Prabhu, for connecting me.
Servant.
Sanatana means he has been brought by Krishna to enlighten the Sanatana Dharma. So I see him as a pure devotee already in the planet, and he will be like Prabhupada. The way he speaks, the way he addresses, the humblest way he's doing. And I really love him so much, like my own son. I like him so much. Prabhuji, you are really so good. You're going to become a Diksha Guru and have devotees all over the world. The way you are progressing, and I can see the light. Maybe it may come true, but I may not be there at the time. But you will see that. Prabhu, my one question, what you are told, you told to watch miracles happening The next one you told something, two things, the Sankirtan Yajna, why it is to be done. Because I missed the class in the beginning. I was somewhere.
No problem. So what was your question? It was about the miracles, or it was about why?
No. You told that Sankirtan Yajna, you told there are two things to watch miracles
watch
happening.
miracles happening, or to make miracles happen.
Oh.
Because we are sick and tired of hearing the same old stories. This is what was told to me by His Holiness Devamrit Swami Maharaj. He told us we are hearing the same old stories. Now we want you all to make some stories. You all create the history. How long will you keep hearing the same old stories? Then Maharaj told me.
So how you can make story, Prabhu? Like real incidents you can tell?
Why not?
Or you can
we are
tell
not
your
here to
own...
make stories. We are here just to serve the instruction of Guru. The miracles will happen on its own.
But the solution...
Personally, there's only one miracle in my life. There's a great miracle which I can share very openly. I'm still connected to Prabhupada's movement. That's all. This is the greatest miracle. I'm staying here. I don't know what other things. That's the biggest miracle I can see.
And the miracle
despite all my shortcomings and anarthas, I'm still with all of you trying to serve. That's a miracle.
You are a wonderful devotee. You are so good. I feel so blissful when I see you. I feel so happy. Prabhu, what solution the Sankirtan can make in this Yajna, Prabhu? What way the Sankirtan Yajna will... It means we will stop watching miracles. We have to do something miraculous so that people get attracted, like that you're telling, that we have to make something interesting.
Well, our goal is to present things as it is, in the same spirit, but definitely yes. Prabhupada, if you see Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, fourth chapter, shloka number, if I'm not wrong, it's shloka number 2, somewhere, shloka 2 or 4. He explains the meaning of realization. So realization means, of course, we don't obscure the meaning of the original acharyas. We don't defeat the spirit of Sankirtan. We don't bring in anything new as such. But we have to do it in an interesting manner. So that's what is realization purposes. So definitely we can bring in innovation, but we should not lose the tradition. Right? So we are given, actually, Sankirtan itself is very attractive. Right now some Sankirtan starts around, I'll just leave and go. I'll immediately go. I get very attracted to Sankirtan. It is attractive. Everybody wants to.
You told about the Pitris. That you told, Narsimdev told for Hari, Anna and Jala, you told, no? Havish, Anna and Jala. These are the three to be done for anybody dying. That's what...
Havish Anna is one unit only. Havish Anna is one unit, ghee rice. And the other one is you have to put sesame seed in water. That tarpan will give. That's the water.
This is what was told to Prahlada to for his father.
No. These Pitras are praying that we got it back. See, the entire Pinda was being stolen by Hiranyakashipu. He was eating it. To the Pitra stayed hungry and thirsty till the time he was ruling. So now they have got that. Their tarpan is got back. So they are grateful to Narasimhadev Bhagwan for being the Dharma Rakshakam.
Prabhuji, when we do yajna, that time we offer sesame seeds in yajna. Like we put all samugri, like yajna. So in that we mix sesame seeds. So any significance about this?
That's that. So at the time of Diksha Yajna especially, we are told that we have to have Go Mudra. Like and in this mudra, we have to, Go Mudra. It's a cow, no? It looks like cow. Go Mudra. So we feed, we don't, Maharaj, especially my spiritual master said, hey, we don't throw the seeds. We feed the seeds. It's the mouth of Vishnu. So we feed the seeds. They are our actually karma bijas. Kama karma bij, we say, right? So our kama karma bij, that's a representative of our kama karma bij. And we offer it to the Lord. And your kama karma bij is completely gone. So your karmas are all destroyed. Karmani nirdhati kim tuja bhakti bhaja. That is it, sir. That's why we feed the seeds into. They are our karma bijas.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah. Prabhu, and you told about Sankirtan Yajna is the which can satisfy the grastas, you told. Sankirtan Yajna can satisfy the grastas.
No, everybody. Why only grastas? The whole world. The whole world.
And then you told Sankirtan. And the
When
government
somebody
you
raises
told,
his hands, the upper planetary system is delivered. When one jumps, the lower planetary system is delivered. When a Vaishnava jumps and raises hands, so the whole universe can benefit.
and you told that government.
Hare Shakti Jane Jane. One Vaishnava can deliver the whole universe. That's the power of Vaishnava. It's possible. That because the Vaishnava has the holy name.
And you told government if we suppress yajna means that means we are not giving the vayu and we are not giving them what they want. If you are suppressing yajna means that means we are thieves are becoming more. But if you do only sankirtana, that's giving yajna only. There's no need to do.
That's all. That's all. That's the only yajna mentioned in the age of Kali. None of the other yajnas are going to cut. Is that okay?
So, yeah, Prabhu. Then finally you told Sankirtan Yajna will kill the demons. Not demons, but kill the demoniac
propensities.
Propensities. So, summary in just 5 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Haribol, Haribol, Haribol. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for staying with us.
I'll take 2 last questions.
2 last question only, Prabhu. Okay, there is 3, but okay, we'll listen to you because you are our dear speaker, and our dear Manjari Leela Mataji is there. Haribol.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to ask questions, Raj Prabhu, Balpatra Kripa Prabhu. And Sanatana Dharma Prabhu. Very beautiful class as always. They really missed you. So thank you so much for coming, and please accept my humble obeisances. I wanted to ask you, you said that, sorry for my throat. You said that 2 things is yagna. I mean, grihasthas yagna is when you get married, and then you have this. You're allowed to have the sanctioned, I guess, yagna of or sanctioned life of
regulated.
Right, sanctioned life of having a union, right? And then it has to be sanctified to get Krishna conscious children. So when we are, so let's say one. So I was asked this question, so I didn't know the answer to this. And so one individual is, let's say, has a diksha and got initiated by Guru Maharaj, and then the other partner is not initiated by Guru Maharaj. So at that point, because we're taking a vow that there's no illicit sex. So when it's not sanctified, right, in the married life, then because we are not having any more children, it's not sanctified. So are we breaking that 4th vow when that union happens with our husband or our wife?
This is a question asked to a brahmachari. But however, as per I have to speak the Shastras, it's yes, it's breaking the vow. It is. Because any children, what is illicit sex? Prabhupada defines is sexual activity for not producing children. So sexual activity is meant for procreation, not recreation.
Right.
So if it is used for recreation, it is breaking focus.
So then, okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Haribol, it's coming from a brahmachari. Next question, Akshar Prabhuji, Dandavad Pranam.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavad Pranam. So my question is how to overcome someone's Hridaya Daurbalya. Like if you're trying to preach and they are the ones who ask for it and like what you're following, what you're doing. And when I'm trying to tell them philosophy, they are like not bothered to listen and they're completely ignoring. Even if I sent a link or something like a reel or link, they're like, please don't send me this. I'm not going to watch it.
Okay, so firstly, they approach you and they inquire, but then their inquiry is short-lived. When you're trying to help them, they don't want to receive.
When I'm giving them the correct knowledge, they're like, no.
See, you cannot feed a person if he's not hungry. Fact or not? If a person is not hungry, no matter whatever you give, paneer sabji, gulab jamun, masala dosa, whatever you give that person is not going to eat. Similarly, this person is not spiritually hungry for knowledge. You're pouring ghee into ashes. That's what is happening. Of course, you tried. So there's another way of doing it. The best is there are so many living entities who are waiting for the Krishna conscious knowledge. Right? So rather than creating interest, we catch the interest. Our time is limited. Why to waste our time behind person who's unwilling to do? So let that person's appetite increase. Let him become hungry. He comes, please give me the knowledge. I'll do anything. Please give. Let it. Please wait. I'll take it. No. Please give. Okay, that is the time. When he's hungry, then you feed. So otherwise, you focus on other living entities. Yes, there are so many more there out there. Okay, Prabhu. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Granthashram Bhagavatam ki
Ki
Thank you all,
jai.
dear.
His Grace Sanatana Dharma Prabhu ji ki jai.
Jai.
Dear devotees, let us pay our humble obeisances to all the assembled Vaishnavas on the call and our very dear and dear Sanatana Dharma Prabhu ji. Vansha kalpataru
Koti Vaishnava
Bhagavatam ki jai.
Jai.
Krishna.
Jai.
Dear
Ram,
Sanatana
Ram,
Prabhu
Hare
Jai.
Krishna.
Jai
Lita
to
Mata ji
Hare
and
Ram, Hare
Dinabandhu
Ram,
Prabhu
Ram
ki
Ram,
Nityananda,
jai. Thank you.
Nityananda, Gauranga.
Lita Mata ji.